If you're a fan of anything within the universe of The Big Bang Theory, then I'm sure by this point you have seen the trailer that dropped for the spin-off series to The Big Bang Theory titled Stuart Fails to Save the Universe. For copyright purposes, we're not going to be reacting to the trailer today. We already have a video out with that, but I wanted to get a feeling on how the movie, TV show, and especially Big Bang community thinks about this, what everybody's been talking about. Let's take a look at some top replies over from the Explore page for how I feel about it. I think it's been very consistent with how the spinoffs have been doing so far. I loved both Young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy, so while this one's certainly out there and very, very different, I still do trust the writers, and supposedly it's the same people behind the Big Bang. I don't know if Young Sheldon and Georgie and Mandy had the same writers as the Big Bang Theory, but regardless, supposedly, for this show with Stuart, the same writers as Big Bang Theory, and I liked Big Bang Theory. I laughed throughout the entire thing. I liked it from start to finish, so why wouldn't I give this a shot as well? But let's see what some people had to say about this. One of the top replies to discussing film over here, and it's not just discussing film we're taking the replies from, it's either going to be absolutely dog crap or randomly fire, no in between. Yeah, I could see that, man. I could see this, like, something like this with Stuart being, like, you know, actually within a comic world or a multiversal version of the Big Bang Theory. I could see that absolutely flopping, but I feel like him, Bert, and Denise are funny enough together, and especially with whatever crypt he's going to be doing, I could see this being a really, really good time. I could see this being a really good show, so I'm excited, man. I'm definitely going to be watching it. Somebody else said, Young Sheldon, boy being smartest kid at school sucks. It's Stuart's subplot. That's literally what it's going to end up being like. That's crazy. And what the hell is this comic from? What's Wolverine doing strapped to a bomb or a missile or a nuke? What the hell? Yeah, my comic knowledge isn't exactly all there, guys, but let's keep going. Levo said, Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon combined do not have the lore of crap like this to happen. I mean, wait, there was a whole black hole episode? What black hole episode? From the Big Bang Theory? I don't know. Oh, I never considered it could be a D&D game. I was just thinking that it would be like, the show would kind of start out with Stuart and his comic stories all depressed or whatever, and he picks up one of those comics that were on his wall about himself, and just kind of like, does one of those things where the character just, and then he daydreams into the world of Stuart. That's how I kind of saw that show going, but it'd be really interesting with however many seasons they have planned. Like, let's say, I don't know, 3 seasons, let's say, and it ends with them, like, completing their D&D game. I never actually considered that, and usually I'd be like, you know how we all make fun of the, oh, it was all a dream story, and, like, everybody was like, could you imagine if that was Stranger Things? Everybody would hate that. But for a show that gets as ridiculous like this with a character like Stuart, who's just like a regular weird guy who works at a comic book store, that's something that could certainly work out for it. So I'd be totally okay if they went that route. Zero interest until 120. What's in 125, man? Hang on. What's in 125? We're going to mute it again over here. Okay, let's see. We'll just play from here. Shall we? Oh, we're going to... Okay, so he's sliding away. 125. Oh my God, dude. Are you kidding me? I don't even know who that is. I don't remember if we saw who ended up getting giant. Is it Denise? I don't know if we're going to see anything else. I'll let it play for another second here. Yeah, it looked like it was the same skirt there. This guy. This could have just been its own show with its own premise. Why tie this in Big Bang and inevitably ruin its legacy? Yeah, what? I think it has a legacy, man. I'm with the reply over here. It was a cultural behemoth and the top 3 actors made over 1 million per episode. You're just wrong. Yeah. I've never seen a show that I personally think the show is great. I loved it. It's one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. I've never seen a show so successful with so many haters. You don't see Friends getting that much hate. Like, you see a little bit of hate for Friends here and there, but like, you know, the top dogs for sitcoms, everybody loves Friends. I don't find that funny at all. I find The Big Bang Theory funny, but not to get into that entire conversation. I think it's cool to just, I don't think it ruins The Big Bang. Even if this thing flops, even if this thing absolutely sucks, and this is what I don't understand about people. Let's say Stuart's show sucks. It blows. It's the worst thing in the entire world, right? That doesn't make me go and look at The Big Bang Theory and go, oh, you know, I used to love this show, but now that Stuart failed to save the universe, it bombed, I don't like The Big Bang Theory anymore. I've never understood why people think that way. Like, The Big Bang Theory is its own thing. Whether you like it or dislike it, the Stuart show shouldn't mean anything to you. Let's continue on to what somebody else had to say. What happens in your head also happens. See, that's kind of like what I was thinking. It's probably like at the beginning of the show right there. He picks up that comic that quite literally says Stuart fails to save the universe. He immerses himself into that world. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe he'll narrate through the entire thing. Call of Duty Zombies fan Omega Shenron said this. Sheldon plot, Bazinga, and Stuart subplot. Dude, it's gonna end up being something like this, man. Of course, it's Stuart who accidentally causes a multiversal apocalypse. The fact that he has to fix it with Denise, Bert, and Crypty is going to be pure chaos. I am unironically seated for this. See, I feel like those characters together would really do well. I didn't know who I expected to see in the show, but I was very pleasantly surprised, like when I did the trailer reaction, for example, and then it's just Bert shows up, Denise is there, and especially Crypty. I think that's awesome, man. This has a ton of potential, especially if they end up, like, on occasion, bringing somebody from the Big Bang Theory into play. There's an episode of the Big Bang Theory where he almost cracks Penny. Yeah, I remember that. But if you guys want to hear my actual reaction to the trailer, check it out right here. I'd love to have you over there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching the video today. Take care, guys.